Good day, class, and I'm sorry for such a late video, but I got kind of sick, so kind of bear with me on this one. And I noticed that we're kind of hitting the end of the week, so I've got to get something out now. It's now or never. So today we're going to be talking about something that a lot of Japanese lessons kind of wait until later in to teach, but I think that it's really important to know it at the beginning. So today we're going to be learning about referring to yourself. And we're also going to get a mini lesson on formal and informal. Now, I think we're going to go ahead and talk about formal and informal first, because formal and informal is probably the easiest to get through. Sometimes you'll find two sets of words that both mean the same thing, but you use one set of words when you're talking to somebody above you, such as your sensei, and you use the other set of words when you're talking to your friends, or to say. I guess being a little more specific would be you use the formal words to talk to people that you would see as above you in rank, such as your parents or family members that are older than you, such as your uncles, your aunts, your grandma, your grandpa. People are kind of older than you and sort of outrank you in the whole family scale. You use the other set of words when you're talking to people that are genuinely younger than you, maybe younger classmates or people who are of a lower grade than you. Like if you're 10th grade, you would use informal to talk to like 9th graders, 8th graders, and like your little sister, your little brother. See, pretty simple stuff. And that kind of moves us into referring to yourself. There are two ways to refer to yourself. The formal way, which is Watashi, as you might have heard, and the informal ways. And there's actually two informal ways of referring to yourself. And keep in mind, these are pretty basic, so if I hit any more advanced ones, then we'll add those to the list too. But for right now, we're only learning three. We're going to learn Watashi, and we're going to learn Atashi, Atashi being the female way of referring to yourself informally, so you probably won't be hearing me say it a lot, but there's also Boku, and Boku is probably the most common way that guys refer to themselves, or it's like, say you're some really older lady and you see like a little boy, you might begin your sentence with Boku wa, and doing that she's not saying that she's a boy, or she's not using the male way of referring to herself. She's saying Boku wa to refer to this child, but let's not get too complicated. For right now, all you need to know is to refer to yourself. You have three words. If you are formal, whether you're a boy or a girl, it's going to be Watashi. So when you're talking to your mom, your dad, so on and so forth, you say Watashi wa. But if you are talking to your friends, the students, maybe the fellow YouTubers, since we're all pretty much on the same page right now, then if you're a girl, you normally don't use this, but the female informal way of referring to yourself is Atashi, although like I said before, I hear that females will usually just say Watashi anyway, probably because it's the exact same, except you're adding wa instead of ah. But boys will usually refer to themselves as Boku. Wow, that's really all I have to say on referring to yourself, then formal and informal for right now. Go ahead and get those three words memorized. Your homework for this time is actually pretty interesting. It's what I wanted to do for the first video, but I didn't think it really fit the topic matter, so I waited for this video. Make a video response or leave a comment using the following sentence. Watashi wa, your name here, desu. Did you get that? Watashi wa, your name here. Don't actually say your name here, unless you're trying to be a smart aleck, in which case we get the joke. But Watashi wa, name, desu. And you don't really have to understand what all that means right now. Pretty much in the loosest term, you are referring to yourself. Watashi, being I, wa. Wa kind of indicates that watashi, or whatever comes before wa, is whatever the subject matter is. So watashi wa, we're talking about ourselves. Your name, Cyberlink. So watashi wa Cyberlink, referring to myself, Cyberlink. And des is kind of too complicated to get into here. But pretty much what we're saying is I am name. I am Cyberlink. Watashi wa Cyberlink des. And like I said before, if you've got some way to make a video response, go ahead and make a video response saying that sentence and then telling us why you want to learn Japanese. Because obviously if you came and you found my page, it was because you wanted to learn Japanese for some reason. Do you want to learn it so that you can start watching anime in Japanese, or do you want to start reading manga without it being translated over to English, or do you have some kind of Japanese friend that you want to talk to? Whatever the reason, go ahead and make a video response or leave a comment using that sentence to show that you understood today's lesson. And remember, we're using the formal watashi. And then leave some kind of reason for wanting to learn Japanese. You're obviously not here for my voice and my sexy, just got out of the shower hair. So why do you want to learn? And I think that's it for today's lesson. So I will see you guys next week. Thank you for watching, and I'm out.